In this documentary on democracy, I will discuss its 5 features. 1. An introduction to democracy. 2. Types of democracy. 3. The key features of our democracy. 4. The benefits of our democracy. 5. The problems with a democracy. 1. An introduction to democracy. Democracy is a system of government. At present, it is the most popular form of government in the world. The word democracy comes from two Greek words that mean rule by the people. In a democracy, the people have a say in how the government is run. In this system of government, real power is held by the citizens. They exercise this power by voting. There are usually rules about who can vote. Democracies are different from dictatorships. In a dictatorship, one person called a dictator makes all rules and laws to govern. Some democracies keep their kings and queens. Monarchies with democracy are called constitutional democracies. In such countries, the people vote for representatives. The king or queen is the head of the country, but they have little real power. Democracies should protect the best interests of the people, regardless of their race, religion, gender, sexuality, or political opinion. 2. Types of democracy. There are two forms of democracy: direct and indirect. In a direct democracy, all the voters come together to make laws and decisions. But often there are too many people for a direct democracy to work in the 21st century. So the people elect representatives to speak for them. This is called a representative democracy. The elected representatives make laws and decisions for the people. 3. The key features of our democracy. Equal treatment and participation are important components of our democracy. Democracy is also a building block for peace and human rights. Countries with democracies have a constitution which helps to create an environment of protection for the people. Democratic states are less likely to breed terrorists. They are more active in the global economy. 4. The benefits of a democracy. Although not perfect, democracy aims to bring the most benefits to the most number of people. These include: A. Protecting the interests of citizens. People get the chance to vote on the key issues affecting their country or can elect representatives to make these decisions. B. Promoting equality. One principle of democracy is that all people are equal in the eyes of the law and every person gets a vote. C. Preventing abuse of power. In democracies, people in authority are usually elected by people who vote them in. They are themselves responsible for carrying out the will of those who elected them. If they misuse their position and power, they won't be re-elected. D. Creating stability. Democracies have rules and laws that provide stability and protect human rights. Democratic governments have time to make changes that are in the interest of everyone. 5. The problems with a democracy. Democracy isn't always perfect. and it has been criticized for a number of different reasons. Some of the most common complaints about democracy include: A. Not everyone exercises their right to vote. In some countries like Australia, voting is mandatory by law for certain elections. But this is not the case in other democratic countries. B. Not everyone has the right to vote. In some democratic countries, there are laws that stop some people from voting. C. Decisions can take a long time. The process of changing laws and making decisions about the country has to go through various stages of voting before they can come into effect. This means that carrying out what people want often takes a long time. D. Not everyone who votes is well informed. Although ordinary citizens are asked to vote on essential issues or who should make decisions for them, not everyone has the specialist knowledge required to understand the full implications of their vote. Politicians themselves often spread misinformation during campaigns, which only makes it harder to stay well informed of issues. E. There is still a risk of corruption. Once someone is elected into power, there are no guarantees they won't use that power for personal gain.